I have to tell you guys what happened at work today. One of my patients was a lady in her 80s. She was septic. She had VRE in her urine. She was a hot mess express. There was multiple things wrong with her. When I assessed her first thing this morning, she was very lethargic and drowsy, so I opened up the blinds, sat her up, was talking to her, trying to encourage her to wake up so she could take these meds that I was crushing in the applesauce. She was already on a minced and moist diet, and speech had not been consulted for her, so this was already kind of a red flag in my brain. Crushed the meds up, put in the applesauce, and am trying to get her to take it, and she's tolerating that okay. So her breakfast tray comes, well, she starts coughing, is not tolerating anything, so I stop, remove the food, consult speech, and have them come work with her. Speech comes to me after they see her and are like, she's NPO, she is not tolerating anything we're giving her. She is probably aspirating on everything that she's eating. I said, okay, cool. So then the daughter arrives. She comes in asking how much her mom has been eating and how she's doing, and I explained to her what happened in the morning about how she wasn't able to eat, and I gave her all the education about aspiration and blah, 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 blah. She then proceeds to tell me that she's a nurse and she knows that eating will help her heal. And I tried to explain to her, yes, that's true, but she's at a very high risk for aspiration when she's already septic, and that could make her 10 times worse. She then proceeds to argue with me and tell me that her mom has always been on a minced and moist diet and has never had issues before. I said, well, this is common. People change. The longer you're in the hospital, the worse you get. That's just how it goes. She keeps telling me, I'm a nurse. I know this. She needs to eat. Probably had 5-6 different conversations in the span of a couple hours. So finally she leaves, she goes home. Thought that was the end of it, but no. She calls and asks to speak to my charge nurse. My charge nurse was already aware of the situation because she heard her yelling at me in the hallway. So she calls, my charge nurse is talking to her, and she gives her the same education that I was. The stuff that's coming out of your mouth does not sound like you're a nurse, because this is like the first kind of stuff you learn in nursing school, like ABCs. I just think it's funny how people come in and tell me you're a nurse, but like you're not understanding why we're doing these things, and you're arguing with us. I promise, we are just trying to make sure that she is safe and stable and doesn't get any worse. Like, I'm not just trying to starve your mother, I promise.